Hey, what's up, guys? Kool-Aid here, and today we're going to talk about Scout Rifles post-game update 7. I'm not going to go over every single stat. I will cover quite a bit just going over the changes. But just so you guys know, all the semi-auto scouts for all three factions are identical. All the fully auto scouts for all three factions are identical. So I don't need to cover each of them individually. I can just lump them into two categories. The first ones we will start with are the semi-autos. This includes the AF6 Shadow, the HSR1, and the Nix VX31. So going right down the list taken from the actual patch notes, the round rate of fire got changed from 260 down to 255. Not really sure why they felt the need to drop 5 rounds off the rate of fire. I can't really see that being too much of a difference or even really noticeable, but they did, so that's not a good thing, I guess. The vertical recoil actually got dropped from 1.5 to 1. That's quite significant. And the recoil recovery got increased from 6 degrees per second to 8 degrees per second. The short reload time also dropped from 2.3 seconds down to 2 seconds. Long reload time actually stayed the exact same. And here is the big one. The damage scale now starts at 15 meters as opposed to 10. So it was, once you hit 10 meters previously to the game update, your scout rifle turned from a 3-hit kill into a 4-hit kill. Now it stays a 3-hit kill out to 15 meters. That's quite significant, actually. The only thing that sucks about this is if they have even one rank of nanoweave armor, that 3-hit kill automatically becomes a 4-hit kill to the chest at any area, including point blank range. They also shorten up where you reach your minimum damage from 85 to 65 meters. At 65 meters, this gun is still going to do 250 damage per shot, making it a 4-hit kill on anybody as long as they are not using any ranks of nanoweave armor, and any infiltrator as long as they are using nanoweave armor rank 4 or lower. So it still does a fair amount of damage even after it hits its minimum damage range. And to me, the damage scaling is what the biggest changes are to these guns. The rest of the changes, aimed accuracy loss per shot changed from 1.25 to 3. Hip accuracy loss per shot changed from 0.25 to 6. Equip time changed from 0.5 seconds to 0.85 seconds. Magazine size changed from 10 to 12. That's nice, even though it's only 2 rounds. In a gun like this, 2 rounds does help quite a bit. And then total ammunition changed from 70 to 72. So those are the changes for the semi-auto scouts. And before I get into whether or not to actually buy one of these or whether or not to start using one again, I want to talk about the fully auto scouts first. So we have the AF-18 Stalker for the NC, the SOAS-20 for the TR, and the Artemis for the VS. The biggest change that came with these is the minimum damage. The drop-off actually used to be 112 at 65 meters. Now it's going to stay at 125 at 65 meters, making this gun significantly better at that longer, medium to longer range. The first shot recoil got dropped a lot from 2.5 down to 1.5. The recoil recovery got changed from 15 degrees per second to 18 degrees per second. And the magazine size jumped up from 20 to 24. Ammunition actually doubled, total ammunition actually doubled in this gun, which it needed desperately. If you were on any kind of kill streak with this gun before, you ran out of ammo if you could not find a terminal. The short reload time got changed from 2.25 seconds down to 2 seconds. Long reload stays the same at 3 seconds. The aimed accuracy while crouching and moving got changed from 0.15 to 0.2, and the aim accuracy while standing and moving changed from 0.25 to 0.3. The horizontal recoil minimum changed from 0.1 to 0.2, and the horizontal recoil max changed from 0.3 to 0.225, and then the equip time changed from 0.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds. So those are the changes for the fully auto scout rifles. And as you can see, both of these weapon types had a lot of tweaking done to them in the patch, but only a couple things really stand out to me. A lot of that numbers that I just gave you or that you've read on the patch notes yourself aren't going to mean a whole lot when it comes to actually trying to kill somebody. All the footage you're watching now is from the updated versions of the guns. They definitely are improved, don't get me wrong there, but honestly I think they needed to be improved more to make me want to use them over something else. The fully auto scouts only have a real small range where they're actually going to be preferred to something like a submachine gun or longer range weapon, and that's probably from around 25 to 40 meters. Inside of that range, give me an SMG all day. And with Infiltrator, you have the ability to cloak and dictate the range of your encounters more than any other class. So I still much prefer a submachine gun. And outside of that 45-meter range, I would much rather have a bolt action, a semi-auto sniper, or even the semi-auto scout. So I'm still not really a fan of the fully auto scout rifles whatsoever. They are definitely improved, don't get me wrong there, but they're just not on par with other weapons in that same damage category. Compare it to any other carbine or assault rifle in the game, and any 143 damage gun is going to have a bigger magazine and higher rate of fire. So I just don't really understand these weapons. I think they should have done more to improve them. As for the semi-auto scouts, I kind of feel the same way. Close quarters, you're still going to want a submachine gun. And then once you start getting out to range with these guns, I think the semi-auto snipers might be a little bit better, especially at 65 meters and beyond. The semi-auto snipers are going to stay a 3-hit kill even at their minimum damage, where we talked about these semi-auto scouts are actually going to drop down to a 4-hit kill. Another good thing about the semi-auto snipers over the semi-auto scouts is that in close range, they're going to be a 3-hit kill no matter what, no matter how many ranks of nanoweave armor your opponent actually is wearing. The advantage to the semi-auto scouts is that you're going to get a higher rate of fire, 24 rounds per minute faster. It's definitely noticeable. You're going to get a lot less recoil. It's just going to be it's going to be more easy to kind of spam as opposed to try and take more calculated shots. There isn't a huge difference, but they're definitely noticeable. I don't really have a preference between the two, simply because I don't really like either one of them that much. I am just a firm believer that as an infiltrator, you really only need two primary weapons: a submachine gun and a bolt action sniper rifle. But anyways, guys, try all these, see if you like them, see if you feel any different than me. Let me know in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.
I got him for you.
Which cool rendering thing?
The hacking tourist thing.
God, I'm gonna get you, Kara.
So annoying.